Danger is approaching, but the needle on the gauge is unexpectedly obscured. Then Homer falls into a deep sleep. He only wakes up when the urgent alarm sounds. Homer learns that in 5 minutes the nuclear reactor will reach critical mass. He barely comforts himself, thinking that his colleagues will solve the problem they caused. After all, they are professionals, unlike him.
It's my problem! We're doomed!
Sector 7G is locked down. The news immediately reports on the crisis. They connect with Burns to ask about the nuclear power plant's situation. Burns says his well-trained staff is calmly and methodically handling a minor, unexpected malfunction. He assures that there is absolutely no danger at the nuclear plant.
Sir, where's my radiation suit? How the hell should I know?
Homer remembers there is a solution in the manual, but the manual is thicker than a phone book, and the reactor's blueprints are incredibly complicated. Unable to understand it, Homer falls into despair. He knows that one day he will become the definition of the word stupid. There's only 1 minute left. Homer stares at the control panel, trying hard to recall the emergency button he had learned about during training. But at that time, he was more focused on playing with his Rubik's Cube, so now all he remembers is the general location of the button. With only 15 seconds left, it's a matter of luck. Great! Homer's luck is on his side. Now he can be the definition of lucky. After calming down, Homer goes to the cafeteria, where his colleagues praise him. They boast about how he remained calm under pressure and solved the crisis. At that moment, Burns approaches him. It turns out that Burns is very satisfied with Homer's performance, so he chooses him as the employee of the month. He rewards him with ham, a plaque, a coupon book, and his personal thumbs up. Homer's photo is even hung on the plant's wall of fame. But Homer isn't that happy, because he knows he didn't really do anything skillful. If one day the truth comes out about what happened today, he would definitely become the definition of fraud. So he can't fully accept Marge's joy or Lisa's admiration, and he constantly worries about his future. Unexpectedly, the very next morning, Burns calls him into his office and proudly introduces him to the owner of the Shelbyville nuclear power plant.
We want you to give them a pep talk that turns them from a bunch of donut-eating goof-offs into a pack of Homer Simpsons. But I really can't tell them anything.
It turns out that being the employee of the month comes with more than just rewards. There are also responsibilities to fulfill. Homer goes to the bar depressingly, thinking about his upcoming speech. Barney thinks he's just nervous, so he teaches him to imagine that everyone is wearing only underwear. He had done this before himself, and it worked wonders. A few days later, Homer arrives at the Shelbyville nuclear plant. Unlike the silence when the owner speaks, they welcome this hero who solved the meltdown crisis. Homer tries to use Barney's method, but he actually applies it to himself. He can only dutifully stumble through his speech, reading it word by word. Suddenly, the meltdown alarm sounds. The room is instantly thrown into chaos. At this critical moment, the owner asks Homer to solve the crisis again. With all eyes on him, Homer has no choice but to rely on luck again. And his luck is really great. He solves the meltdown crisis once again, but in doing so, he exposes his true abilities. When Wiggum goes to the bank to withdraw money and happens to arrest a robber.
Yes, it seems the chief pulled a Homer Simpson of his own.
When Barney falls while drinking beer, he accidentally finds a pretzel on the floor.
Wow, looks like I pulled a Homer.
Who would have thought that in the end, Homer didn't become the definition of any other word, but created a new word with his own name instead?
Now he belongs to the 80s.